Hello and welcome everyone, my name is Fleur. In today's session we're going to release the lower back. So finding some space in the lower back, which can usually feel quite tight, especially if we sit a lot or haven't moved all day. So it's nice to do in the morning, it's nice to do in the evening, in the afternoon, whenever you feel like it. We're going to find some release in the lower back, and then we're just going to meditate in whatever way it feels comfortable for you. So it might be lying on the back, might be lying on the side, might be sitting upright. So you need some props. If you have a block, you can use a block. Instead, maybe a book, a big book, an encyclopedia or dictionary will do. And if the book is quite hard, you might want to roll a towel around it. Then maybe a pillow for your head. And these are the things that we're going to use. And then, which I haven't prepped, maybe slightly smaller book as well. If you feel that your neck feels a little bit stiff, that can be another help. I'll show you how to set up. Let's start first of all with lying on our back. Nice bit first. So just move these to the side. Lie on your back and step your feet in so that the knees are pointing up to the ceiling. Now the feet shouldn't be too close to your sit bones. Move them a little bit away so that you feel that your hips are heavy on the floor. Your arms rest by the side. Turn your palms up and then maybe lift your upper back and let the shoulders sink into the floor. Now if you notice that your chin is poking up and you feel uncomfortable in this position, this is where you would need your slightly thinner book, so not the big book, or a pillow, and you can place this behind your head. Sometimes a little bit of a roll up of the pillow, so it's not too high, so you're not trying to squash your chin to the chest. You want to feel that your lower neck is supported, so the rim of the skull, so that the chin is slightly drawing towards the collarbones, and your eyes are looking straight up to the ceiling. So they're not looking forward to the knees. I mean, you can look at the knees, but you're just looking up straight forward. And this can feel like a little release in the neck sometimes. And let's start by just feeling the feet on the floor, and then the hips on the floor, and then your shoulder blades, and then the back of your head. And you can close your eyes or keep the eyes open, but be present in your body and breathe. Finding a bit of stillness here and allowing yourself to do nothing, but breathe and notice how your back is spreading onto the floor. Feel the length of your arms from the shoulders to the elbows to the back of your hands. And relax the palms and let the fingers curl in naturally. Notice any twitching going on. Sometimes people like to twitch their hands or wriggle a little bit, and if that happens, that's okay. And see if you need to shift a bit, that's also absolutely fine. And then allow yourself stillness again. And then place your awareness to your belly and just feel the belly rise as you inhale and soften and fall as you exhale. And do this for a few moments, just breathing in and breathing out. Think of the head being really heavy and your neck muscles releasing. Think of your chest softening into the torso. And we're just starting with this exercise, so we begin to become aware of if there's any tension or any stress. Giving us a moment to pause, which we probably don't do often enough. And then place your hands onto your belly so that the fingertips touch your belly button. Your elbows are out to the side. And let's just breathe a little bit, engaging our core gently. So taking a breath in through the nose. And as you exhale, purse your lips and gently blow the air out through the mouth, and not forcing anything, just come to the end of your exhale, feeling your stomach muscle draw together. And then as you inhale, the air just again falls into the belly, just naturally, and again exhaling, blowing out through the mouth, inhaling through the nose, and continue for a few rounds, elongating the breath with this pursed lips exhalation. And when you need to, you breathe in again. So it's not a competition, it's not about how long can you exhale, just with your own natural breathing as if you want to. Let the breath fall out of the pursed lips. Notice how the belly draws in, how the stomach muscles gently engage. Few more rounds like this. And what this does, because it's a slight elongation of your exhale, and stimulates your vagus nerves, responsible for the parasympathetic nervous system to just calm down a bit. So releasing the tension in the body, getting the body in a more restful state, more relaxed state, letting go of anything that's stressing us out, making us feel anxious. Take 3 more rounds of breath like this. Breath naturally moving out through pursed lips, breathing in. And the last one. And then release the hands to the side. Bring the hands behind your head and just gently draw the chin to the chest and take away the book or your pillow very carefully, so you can just roll the head back down onto the floor. Good. And just feel how this feels like, and then just roll your head side to side. So a little movement of the neck. Again, very gently. Again, not a competition how far you can roll the head side to side. Just a little loosening. If there's any crunching or popping going on, as long as it doesn't feel painful, you'll just roll gently over the back of your skull. And then come back to the center. If you still feel like this is uncomfortable, then please return the head back onto your pillow or onto the little book. And we're going to roll up through the hips now. So let's starting to breathe in. And as you exhale, you can again use this pursed lips breath. Start to tilt your tailbone towards your heels and lift the hips off the floor. Lifting up, taking a breath at the top. Start to feel this. And as you exhale, think of lengthening your tailbone towards the inside of your knees. Knees are pointing forwards and away. The weight is in your shoulders, a little bit into your head. Notice your heels on the floor, and then start to activate your toes. Of course, I've got socks on now. Let me take my socks off. Ta-da, there we go. So you're going to lift the toes off the floor, not the ball of the foot, so just the toes, and spread the toes on the floor. And you might feel the back of your legs engaged, so your hamstrings and maybe your glutes. And just keep the lifting of the hips. Think of the hips as being light. Feel the glutes engaged, but don't squeeze them together. So you want to feel this engagement in your back. Take a breath in here and exhaling, roll down. Think of drawing down through the navel, slowly upper, then the middle, and then the lower back. Especially this lower bit, think of spreading the mid and lower back onto the floor. And then as you inhale, find a little gap underneath the lower back. And again, exhale, keep the toes lifted. Roll yourself up, hips go up. Lifting up, push down into the heel and the ball of the foot. And as you exhale, rolling slowly down, upper, middle and lower, back again to the floor. Let's do this one more time. Inhaling, exhale, press down into the feet as your hips float up. Good. And then stay here for a moment. Release the toes down. Come onto your tiptoes. Lift up a little bit and then just do tiny little pulses with the hips up. Just tiny little pulses. Soft little pulses for another 5 and 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. I know you didn't do this for an exercise class. So again, roll yourself down. Just going to release it. This is too much exercise. It's about as much as we're going to do. Good. Bring the heels back down and then open your feet a little bit wider than your mat. Turn the toes out to the side and let your knees flop inwards. Bring them back up and flop them over to the other side. Keep the breath moving smoothly. You can inhale when you bring the knees up and exhale to the side, but you can also reverse the breath. So see what comes naturally for you. Moving slowly. Good. Little release here. And then from here, reach your arms up towards the ceiling and then hold your elbows. Hold your elbows here. And then move your elbows side to side. Bring them back up and then move the elbows to the other side. So one of the shoulders will come up. You might feel a little stretch in the upper back. Side to side. As you exhale, move them over to the side. Breathing in, bring them back up. And as you exhale to the other side, breathe in, bring them back up. And keep going for a few rounds, thinking of the upper back now releasing a bit. And we're going to add the two movements together in a moment. So I'll do it slowly. So bring the elbows back up to the ceiling. And the elbows are sort of doing their own thing, but the knees and the head are going to join. So let's drop our knees over to the right and look to the right as the elbows go to the left. I'll do it together with you. So, bring it the other way actually. I'm dropping my elbows to the left and look to the left and elbows go to the right. And then inhale, come back to center and do the other side. So knees and head go to the same direction and the elbows reach to the opposite direction. And then bring the knees, elbows and head back in line. And again, exhaling, drop the knees and head in the same direction and elbows to the other side. And keep going for a few more rounds. If you like, breathe out through the mouth. Breathing in, back to center. Exhaling, elbows and to the side, head and knees to the other side. Let's do 2 more rounds. Hopefully it should feel quite nice over the top of your hips. Hopefully you didn't get too confused. Just think of head and knees same direction. Okay, and then come back to the center. Bring your arms down. Bring your feet a little bit closer. And then lift one knee and then lift the other knee into your chest. Take your sock off if you have. I'll just say that to myself. And then just rock side to side. So just gently holding the knees and letting yourself roll side to side. And then you can hold the knees and make little circles with them in one direction. Massaging the lower back, the sacrum and the top of the glutes. And then you can change direction, going the other way around. And then from here, make 2 circles with your knees. So knees out to the side, and then back in, out to the side, and back in. And then reverse the direction, out, and back in, and out, and back in. Okay, and then stepping the feet back down. Take your book or your block if you have one and press down to the feet, tilt the tailbone, lift the hips up and place your block or book or rolled up towel, whatever you have, underneath the sacrum, so the bony big pit on the base of your spine. Now if you're comfortable, you can bring it a bit higher. So if you have a block, you might want to take a slight higher version. But you can also just keep it quite low and then see how this feels for your back. Now if you like, you can reach your arms over the head or hold your elbows maybe. And if you like a little more of a sort of front stretch, you can also see if you can stretch the legs out. I would only advise this for maybe the lower version. If there's any discomfort or pain or the feeling of compression in the lower back, then just keep the knees bent. And stay here, again connecting to the breath. Think of the hips sinking down onto your prop. The chest widening, the legs soft, just balancing away from the hips. Placing your awareness again gently on your breath and the awareness of your body. Letting your mind just wander if it wants to wander. Just a few more breaths here. And if your arms are over your head, slowly just take them down next to your hips. And take a breath in, and as you exhale, and if your legs were straight, just bring one leg and then the other back in. And then breathe in, and as you exhale, bring up one knee and then the other. And see if you either want to just hold the knees so that you're feeling a little bit of a lift in the hips, or if you want to, you can see if you can stretch up the legs, bring the legs together, arms by the side, on your belly. See if the legs want to float for a little bit. Please only go there if this feels comfortable or okay for your back. You don't have to hold on to it, so if your hamstrings are really tight, just bend the knees slightly, or do this version and hold your knees. And let's slowly release, bringing the knees down. Step one foot and then the other down to the floor. Press into the feet, lift your hips up, remove your prop and roll yourself slowly down, as slowly as you can. And hopefully your back feels now nice and broad and quite soft. And then from here, now let's find a comfortable position. So you might like to stay here. You might like to stretch the legs out. Maybe you just want to come lying on your side for a moment. Place your pillow again underneath you. Just check in if it feels nice to lie like this, with your body, maybe hands on your belly. If you feel ready, you can come up by just bringing the knees back in and rolling yourself to the side. So just make a decision. I'll come up. And if you're up, then again you can make yourself really comfortable. Just notice how your spine feels. I'll have the chill clasp with my legs. And let's take a deep breath in together. And exhale, you can sigh it out. And then close your eyes. And allow yourself now to arrive in stillness. And embrace the feelings that are there. Welcome anything that is arising, that you're experiencing, and that you feel. Without any judgment. Embracing anything that comes up with compassion and love. And just feeling a soft breath in and a soft breath out. Then wherever you are, lying down or sitting up, find this beautiful bliss in allowing yourself to doing nothing now. just a few moments of doing nothing can really help us to relax and give the mind a little pause. And whenever you notice the mind distracting you with thoughts of the past or the future, or creating lists, or becoming busy, then you can just gently and with compassion bring it back to your breath, to the sensations, just observing. And repeating this every time, because the mind will distract. So there's no need to worry. You can just be at peace, be still, and notice. And then, in a moment, I'll bring you back. So when you're ready, just feel your body lying on the floor, or if you're sitting, the sit bones and legs on the floor. And you can bring your awareness to the breath again, taking a deep breath in if you like. And again, sigh it out. If you're lying down, take your time to bring the knees up to the chest and roll over to the side, pushing the floor weight gently to come up. If you're already seated, you can bring the hands to the heart center. Taking a moment to send gratitude to your body, to this aliveness within you. And then taking a deep breath in. And again, sigh it out. I wish you a wonderful rest of the day. Thank you for joining me. Namaste. Please check out any other videos on the channel. You can also follow me on Flirpode, Yoga and Pilates on YouTube and Facebook. Leave me any comments. If you have any questions, message me on social media. Hope to see